Now the reason for this video is I'd like to show you what I think I need to do better. And I'm going to have to fix this kilt. This is the front apron. I've got that cotton banding up at the top, but herein lies the problem. There's my center line. And slightly off the center line is I've got that folded inner part. It goes all the way down there. Can you see that? The problem is that it's more than a hand's width. So if any of you are sewing, make sure that it's not more than a hand's width from the whole bit. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. So the problem that I see is that with my naked eye, I can see that line, even though if I'm wearing it, you might not be able to see it, but I can see that. Now you can't see the stitching, but you can see that this is doubled over, and I'll show you what I mean when I open it up now. So I'm just showing you my work purely because I want you to learn from my mistake. Now I'm going to fix this now, but I'm just going to show you that when I'm looking at the double line there, my eye automatically goes to that there because it's a vertical, it's a diagonal line that's stealing what my eye should be looking at in the center line. My eye is looking at this diagonal line. So I'm going to fix it now and I'll show you what I mean. Here's something I'd like to show you. I've just completed my Robertson Red. I've put these two brass buckles on. There's the bar tack. There's another brass buckle. I did all the leather work myself. There's all the seams. This is a 4-yard kilt, 16-ounce material. I still have to iron, so I'm not quite finished yet. Here's the inner apron, and that's the join that I've got there. So that's the inside of the inner apron. There's at least 2 inches from there to there, and then I've just double stitched to make it look nice and neat. This is the inner apron seam, and you can see that this is tapered to meet my measurements. Down at the bottom there I folded this over so that you don't see the inner apron. So I'm happy with this. This is where the problem is. This is the outer apron. So can you see now that width is wider than my hand? Can you see that? So it should be at least a hand's width or shorter from where my hand is. But I've made it somewhat wider. So this is the line that you'll see on that inside apron there, on the outside of the inside. Can you see that? Although you can't see this, I think I can, and because I know it's there, I've got to fix it. So this is my work. I'm very happy with this, but now what I've got to do now is I've got to unpick this. I'm going to unpick the leather, and then I've got to unpick all of this, and then I've got to fold that into there so that width now becomes half that. So therein lies the rub. So although the kilt's finished, there's the buttonhole, inside of the buttonhole, and again, very happy with the work. All that I've got to do now is I've got to fix this problem, because I know that it's there and it's taking away the eye from this center line. There's the center line, and there's a line there. So if that line, if I halved it and did a proper job right from the beginning, then that line would be halfway there, and then you wouldn't see it because it's far off the center line. So that's what I've got to do now. So this is just a heads up that basically anyone can make a mistake like this. I've got a lot of tartan in between this, but the problem is that I was too generous with this. On the inside, that's okay. I've got a very generous pleat there. That's okay on the inside. But on the outside of the inner apron, this has to be halved. So this video is just a heads up as to how you, when it doesn't seem right to the naked eye, fix it before it becomes a problem. There we go. I hope you like my work.